I shared this yesterday. Some of you were here. And not to overshare and bring my stuff to yoga, but right now in my personal life, there's a lot of ungroundedness. My husband left the corporate world for the first time in 25 years, so there's that, and then he's in the house, and there's that, and and that's a whole thing too. My son is about to graduate, and what day is it? Okay, he's got 3 days to commit. Still doesn't know where he wants to go next year, which is fine. It's all okay. But all the many, many big things in my life are very much not settled right now. And then in the midst of all of that, I'm always struck how I teach a theme and I'm like, oh, I got to be careful with this, because then yesterday I had a very bizarre day of not one but two friends having major dramatic things where I not once but twice yesterday had to drop everything and go help a friend because it was like a panic moment. And so the teaching that I want to bring in is about vulnerability, how when it feels ungrounded, it feels very vulnerable. And then I thought, oh God, I brought that into the world yesterday, and then all these people were very vulnerable in my life, and I had to go rushing off to help them, which is fine, and I'm happy to do. But vulnerability, let's talk about that. So let's talk about I only share these things to say, to share how yoga can be such a beautiful and helpful way to be with whatever things are happening, whatever those things happen to be in your own life. Vulnerability, it's hard. I want to read what Brene Brown says about it, because she's the authority, and has helped me to learn really also very powerful ways to be with vulnerability. So she says, vulnerability is the core of shame, fear, struggle, and the search for worthiness. But it is also the birthplace of joy, connection, belonging, and love. We numb vulnerability, but when we do that, we numb everything. You can't selectively numb emotions. When you numb the ones that don't feel good, you're also numbing joy, love, connection, intimacy. So, vulnerability is one of those feelings. When we feel vulnerable, it's one of those feelings that, for me, I put in the, oh, this is not a comfortable place to be box, But the point is, and it's the highest teaching of yoga that says, the one source of being, the supreme consciousness, it holds all of it. It holds every emotion there is, not just these over here that feel good. And okay, well, forget about those that don't feel so good over there, We have to, when you open to any of them, you open to all of them. So, if you are looking for joy, connection, love in your life, intimacy in your life, you have to open yourself up to feel all the things, which is, and there's a lot, and and that can feel like a lot. And so we do it, so part of our practice as we come to practice, we do our yoga practice, is to shore ourselves up a little bit, to come to understand what it is we can depend on inside of ourselves, so that when we are feeling ungrounded or unsettled or untethered, and those are all words that are definitely with me right now, that we have a way to tether ourselves, to ground ourselves. And even if it doesn't mean we're fully there, at least it's introducing that back into the experience, And it's a way to just sit with it and say, okay, this is what's happening. This is how I feel. This is what's rising up and what's coming up in this moment. And I can just sit with that, and the practice can just be a time to sit with it. My husband was sharing that he was listening to a podcast yesterday. I'm trying to remember who it was about. Like two different, I think they were like designers, Hermes and like the House of Hermes. And so anyway, two like famous, like long-term designers. And he was saying how both of them were, that it was about the fact that both of them, who had founded these highly successful, beautiful businesses, were orphans. And when we were talking about how we want to, shelter our kids and protect our kids and not let them fall and fear and fail and any of those things. And yet we know that it's in those moments that's when you know what your worth is. That's when you figure out how to stand on your 2 feet, only when you're tested, So the invitation today is to, of course, please do not let me introduce vulnerability if that is not where you are. Be where you are today. If you are not with that this morning, be with whatever you are this morning. And that's the point, be with whatever you are. But if there is anything in you that is fighting or resisting at all, something that's rising up for you, something uncomfortable that you're sitting with, just let this be the hour that you sit with it. Let this be the moment that you can hold it and feel the support of everybody here, because one of the reasons we come together and we practice in class and not at home is that we remember, okay, we don't have to do it alone, we're not in it alone, we have each other, and it ties us into something bigger, so that then we also can feel that presence also. So we have each other, and we have a sacred and precious and divine presence that is also here supporting us and in this work that we do. So with that, close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Let your breath deepen. And as the breath deepens, let it clear out whatever might be going on in your mind, whatever thoughts are arising this morning, whatever label you would put on them, feel good thoughts, not feel good thoughts, any of them. Take a moment to just empty out, to wipe the slate clean. And sometimes just in the doing that, joy can arise into it, a sense of peacefulness can arise into it. And sometimes the other stuff rises back, and that's okay. And if that's what's coming, it's okay, let it come. It does not mean that you have failed at your yoga, because as I have said lots of times, and will say lots of times again, there is no amount of yoga that will absolve you of your humanness. Emotions are the gift of embodiment. So whatever emotion is arising, whatever feeling is coming today, embrace it with open arms, knowing that it is the gateway to love, to connection, to wholeheartedness. Bring your hands together at your heart. We'll start with our chant. So 3 ohms, and then we'll chant 3 times through Om Namah Shivaya, and we will end with an Om, and you can participate by listening, joining, whatever feels comfortable. Bow your head to your whole heart that holds all the emotions all the feelings. Release your hands. Let your eyes open. All right, we're going to start on hands and knees, tabletop. Place your hands well. So, one of the ways, just in terms of our asana practice, our poses and the ways that we are engaging in the physical practice of yoga is to set our foundation really well as a way to help us ground. So just take a minute, spread your fingers, grip your finger pads down, see that your wrist creases are parallel. For me, that means my hands are turned out slightly. You want the wrist crease parallel with the top of the mat, and then the hands are turned in, the inner crease gets a little mushed. All right, and then as you grip the finger pads down, grip the base of the fingers down so the wrist gets a little bit lighter. Yeah, and then keeping the arms steady, the fingers placed and grounded, just start to circle your hips. And you can start with some small circles. And then as you start to feel a little warmer, let the circles get bigger, add in a little cat and cow action. So as you come forward, arch a little bit. As you go back, round a little bit. And circle around the other way if you haven't changed direction yet. So you're going both ways. Okay, there we go. I forgot the most traumatic moment of all. I got a new phone, so, that's a whole, forget about it. Holy cow, don't replace your phone, people. All right. Come to a neutral spine. Stretch your right leg back behind you. That's it. And then press evenly through. So let's go toes on the floor to start. So you take a little calf stretch. Press evenly to the big toe side, pinky toe side of the foot. Extend back evenly through the inner edge, the outer edge of the leg. Firm the thigh muscles. And then keep your belly toned, navel lifting up towards the spine. Lift your toes up with the toes pointing straight down towards the floor. Good. Take your left arm out in front of you. Lift from your armpit. Turn your thumb to the sky so there's a little external rotation in the shoulder. Good. Let your right shoulder blade firm onto your back. And then lift your right leg and your left arm a little higher. On your next exhale, take your left elbow to the left, your right knee to the right. So bend the knee and the arm, go to the side like that, and then inhale, extend back out. And then elbow to the side, knee to the side. And then inhale back out. Yeah, coordinate with your neighbor. Choreograph. Okay, elbow to the side, knee to the side, extend back out. Okay, good. Drop the hand, drop the knee down. Stretch your left leg back behind you. Press evenly through inner edge, outer edge of the foot. Tone the muscles of your legs. And then just have a sense that you're pulling your arms and legs in towards each other. So we have a line, an imaginary line that bisects our body into right side and left side. We call it the midline. So just feel like you're drawing into the midline of the body. It's going to be a theme of the day. Lift up that leg behind you, your legs. Squeeze your legs and arms towards each other, in towards the midline. And then even as you take your right arm out, have that sense of connecting into the midline. Like you're just drawing in together all the emotions, all the feelings to a wholehearted self. On your next exhale, knee to the side, elbow to the side. And then stretch back out. And then knee to the side, elbow to the side. Lift the knee as high as you can. Lift the elbow as high as you can. And then extend out. And do one more. Knee to side, elbow to side. And extend back out. That's it. Exhale. Drop the hand. Drop the knee. Take the big toes together. Sit hips to heels. Bakasana, child's pose. Close your eyes. Turn inwards. Examine whatever armor, whatever strong outer self feels like it needs to make itself, assert itself as a protective gesture. Just let that go. We might need that armor in the outer world, but we don't need it in here. Walk arms and torso to the right. You can stack your left hand on top of your right hand for a deeper shoulder stretch if you like, or you can just keep the arms separated if your shoulders are happier in that position. Walk through center and over to the other side. Focus on your breath. Focus on what it is you can control in your own experience, which is really just one thing, and that is your attitude. That is the way that you feel about whatever's going on. And so just open up to feel. Walk back to center. Let yourself be with whatever that is. Come on up, and then let's set up for tabletop. So set up your hands again really well. Fingers spreading, finger pads gripping, so the weight's more in the fingers and out of the wrist. Lengthen your table, so knees back. And then lift up into dog pose, into a wide dog pose. So feet and knees wide apart. And then squat your hips back. Pull your hips back behind you and bend your knees deeply. Push into the floor, like you're trying to push the floor away from you. Good. And then straighten your legs any amount. And then bend into a squat again, hips back, hips back, hips back. Push into your arms. That's it. And then straighten your legs and do one more. Yeah. And straighten. Good. Now come up on your tippy toes. Lift your hips high up into the air. If you need to have your knees a little bent, that's fine. Drop both your heels to the floor to the right. See if you can get all the way to the floor. Both heels to the floor to the right. And then lift your left hip up higher. You can bend knees a little bit here. Draw your outer left hip back so you're feeling a big stretch into the left side body. Yeah, you can keep your left hand on the floor. It's more of a side stretch than a side plank. So even keep your left hand on the floor. Good. Then come up on tippy toes. Come to center. Drop heels left. Keep your hips up high. It's a lot of planks. Try to stay in a sort of weird doggish pose. Hips up high. Yes, right hip pulling back. Good. Push down through your right arm. Good. And then come back to center and go side to side a couple times, just whatever speed feels comfortable. If you want to drop to one side and hold and then drop to the other side, or if you want to shift and move a little quicker, just quickening the energy a little bit this morning. If the energy is sluggish or slow and you want to perk things up a little, you can move a little faster. Good. And then find your way to just a neutral down dog. Narrow your stance. Good. Right leg up towards the sky in a dog split. Level off your hips. Yes, good. Spin the inner right thigh up. Stretch your lifted leg really high. Stretch all the way to the toes. Keep that lift and length, and then stretch your bottom heel down any amount more. On your next exhale, pull your navel to your spine, pull your knee to your chest, step your foot up between your hands. Good. So let's stay with hands on floor for the moment. And then just do some dips here with the back knee. So dip the back knee down and then press the back leg up straight. And then dip the knee down, lengthen your spine, and press it back up. And do one more. A little dip down and press it back up. Good. Step or hop switch your feet. Same thing. Spine long. Front foot stays planted, grounded. Dip the back knee down and back up. And just like that. Dip it down. Press it straight. One more time. Good. Plant your hands. Sweep your left leg up and back dog split. Level your hips. Left toes point down, left leg straight. Stretch your right heel down towards the mat. On your next exhale, knee to chest, step your foot between your hands. I know it's the same side. We're going to switch again. Don't worry. Keep your back leg super strong. Inhale, arms to the sky. I say that because often I do mess up and then you correct me, but I'm telling you, I know I'm on the same side this time on purpose. Okay, back leg up, super strong. Lengthen up through your torso, and now dip that back knee down. And press it back up. And dip the back knee down. And press it back up. That's it. Maybe little baby dips, maybe bigger dips almost to the floor. Good, then hold with the back leg straight and pull your left heel to your left sit bone, sit into that left knee, front knee a little deeper. Stretch up through your spine. Curl your head and your shoulders back. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step or hop switch your feet. Get steady on your feet. Inhale, arms up. Lengthen out of your torso. Lengthen out of your pelvis, rather. Lengthen your torso out of your pelvis. Keep that lift in the upper body. Dip the back knee down and press it up. Feel how the front foot just stays really steady, that front leg steady, even as the back knee is lifting up. It's like, where can we ground? Where can we feel steady in our bodies? Good. Hold the back leg up straight now. Curl back. Pull your right heel to your right sit bone. Full stretch into the lunge. Chances are everything in life is not going to feel comfortable and steady all at once. Exhale, hands down. But when we connect to, step back to dog, when we connect to the things that do, it just reminds us of the places that we can, connect into that in our own bodies, in our own experience that keep us steady when other stuff is not. Inhale, come to plank. Hug your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Squeeze your legs in towards each other. Feel like you're sweeping your arms even in towards each other so the muscles in the front of your chest fire up a little bit. That's it. Then knees up or knees down, up to you. Bend your elbows lower to your belly. Untuck your toes, squeeze your legs in. Tone your glutes, squeeze your butt in. Tailbone down, then inhale, lift up into cobra pose. Hug your elbows in, shoulders in. Does not matter if the arms straighten here or not. What matters is that the shoulders go back, tops of the shoulders back. Nice, you guys. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog. Okay, drop down to table. And we're going to make a roll with our, words are not coming well today, guys. We're going to make a roll with our blanket like this. So I like to open it up. Yeah, why don't we just open the door? Is that okay? Can you open the door, Monica? Do you mind? And just swing it open all the way so that it's like out of everyone's way. Yeah. Is that okay? Is it too cold for you? You good? Okay. Yes, I'll get the fans going. Okay, so you're making a roll with your blanket. Make a nice tight roll. Now, put the blanket on all fours. You're going to put it behind your knees. Put the blanket behind your knees in tabletop. Yep. Put it up as high as you can behind the knees. I'll show. And then we're going to use it to massage out the calves. So you can do this hands on the floor or hands off the floor. You're going to sit back and you're going to just wiggle a little. So you're sort of ironing out your calves. Yep. So if you're doing it with hands on thighs, that's fine. It's a little more intense that way. If you want to lessen the intensity, go hands on the floor. Yep. Use the mat to massage your calf muscles. That's it. You can be as upright or not upright as feels reasonable for your body. If the roll feels too big, you can, of course, open the roll up a little bit. Okay, come forward. Move the roll back, lower on the calves. Same thing. Yep, tushy wiggle. That gets more into the lower attachment of those two muscles. They come into one tendon, the Achilles tendon. Attaches your two calf muscles. So as we move down, it massages out the lower, the deeper one. Maybe you're feeling that a little bit now. Yep. And then one more shift, go back towards the Achilles. I say this with, so now that you're on the tendon more, be here with a little more awareness. If you're feeling any nerve kind of pain, abort mission, lessen the weight, right? Bring your hands forward. You don't want to feel nerve pain. If it's okay, if you feel just stretchy sensations, that's okay. No throbbing, pinching, none of those feelings. All right, one more little tushy wiggle. Okay, and then come back to tabletop. Keep your mat rolled. Keep your blanket rolled, put it next to you. And then lift back up into dog pose. Feel the back of your legs, feel an openness there. You know, vulnerability, it's not always comfortable. Opening up ourselves isn't always comfortable. Open up our body is not always comfortable. But the rewards are there. It is the gateway to joy, to love, to connection. Feel how your front thighs can connect more to your back thighs here. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, flow through chaturanga, knees up or down. Inhale, lift up once without using your hands. So squeeze your outer shoulder blades in. Get the whole back chain turned on from your ankles, your calves, your thighs, your glutes, your low back, upper back. Then place your hands. Keep all that turned on and lift up a little higher. Good. Down face dog. Step or hop your feet forward, Uttanasana. Lengthen your spine and come on up, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart. On your next inhale, circle your arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale and lengthen up. Lengthen out of the pelvis. Take your heart forward, your thighs back. Exhale, fold, pulling your navel to your spine, round over. Plant your hands, make your way back to downward facing dog. One more vinyasa opportunity here. Plank, chaturanga, back bend, dog. All right, drop back down to tabletop. Grab your blanket roll. Next. It's gonna go here. So mat across the top of the blanket across the top of your mat. I keep saying that. You know why? Because we used rolled up mats yesterday. That's why I'm doing it. So blanket across the mat. Hands behind your head. We're gonna just do some abdominals here. So first thing to do is to make sure that it's like right at the bottom tips of the shoulder blades, so that it's opening up breath and not restricting breath. If it's too low, it's gonna feel like you can't breathe. Your diaphragm's gonna get restricted. So up underneath the upper back. Okay, then hands behind your head, widen your elbows, and just take a chest stretch for a moment. Let your head rest into your hands. Tone your belly here. You don't wanna feel this in your back, but let your elbows drop open, let your head release back towards the floor. It may not get to the floor. If it does, that's fine. If it doesn't, that's fine. So let's move back a smidge more that way. Yeah, a little more. Even a little more. There. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Okay, now we're just gonna do some snow angels here. So with your knees bent, your feet on the floor, imagine that you were, when you cough, do a fake cough and feel what happens to your belly as you do that, right? A fake cough. So cough your ribs back and then hold it. Not so much that you're restricting breath, but that you're feeling that support on the inside. And then just do some slow, gentle circles with your arms, little snow angel circles, arms up and out to the sides and around. You don't have to have straight arms for this. You can have elbows a little bent if that feels better. Just open up through the shoulders. You can cross your arms overhead. You can cross your arms in front. Just let them sweep out to the sides and over. Blocks are in the way. Okay, then hands behind the head. Press your head back. Maybe the shoulders and the head come a little closer to the floor now. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, curl your head and your shoulders up. Then lift your feet off the floor. Lift your knees up. Hold your knees up, let your head release down, and then release your feet back down. Exhale, curl up, knees up. Inhale, head down, feet down. Couple more like that. Exhale, head up, head down, feet down. One more. Good, rest for a moment. We're going to reverse that sequence. So Breath in. Head on the floor, lift your feet up, then lift your head up. Then feet down, head down. Exhale, feet up, head up, feet down, head down. Exhale, feet up, head up, feet down, head down. Let's do one more. Feet up, head up, feet down, head down. Breathe. Okay, last one's gonna go like this. Everything lifts, so head up, knees up. If you can, connect your right elbow and your right knee together, or just squeeze them in towards each other and then pulse your left leg out and pulse it back in and pulse it out and pulse it back in. Keep your neck relaxed even though the head is forward here. Pulse the left leg out, left knee in. Keep the right elbow and the right knee connected. You got it. Do one more. You got it. Okay, rest for a minute. Second side, lift everything up. Left elbow, left knee together. Right knee pulses out and taps back. And pulse out. And tap back. And pulse out. Tap. Last two with breath. And last one. Okay, good. Feet to the mat. Slide yourself forward a little bit so you can just let your shoulders come down a little closer to the floor. Take a little stretch across the front of the body, the abdominals. And then roll off to your side. Press yourself up. Come on back to downward facing dog. Set the blanket to the side. Come on up into dog. So notice what comes up for you, how your body feels as you start to open up. Notice what sensations come in the body and what emotions attach to that, what feelings attach to that. That's part of the practice, it's just paying attention, getting to know ourselves. Sometimes the opening up feels good, sometimes it doesn't. Step or hop forward, Uttanasana. Rise up with your breath, reach up, stretch up. And exhale, release your arms. Okay, take your rolled up blanket, put it here. We're gonna do a little balance beam. So you're gonna step on with one foot. We're gonna step with the other foot. I know, it's mean. Little balance beam, forward and then back. Try it. You can make it lower if you need to. Do what you need to do with your arms. Yep. Toe on your belly. See, I'm falling all over the place. That's it. So sometimes in yoga, it's like we purposefully, we make life uncomfortable in here so that we know what to do. We laugh, we breathe, we giggle at ourselves so that when we go out into the world and it gives us something difficult. Nice, Lois. Said John. We know what to do. Okay, enough of that craziness. Put it now forward. Put it in front of you towards the front edge of your mat. If your hamstrings are on the tighter side, put your blocks in front of you. You are going to want them for this next one. Okay, right foot onto the blanket roll, the base of the toes onto the blanket roll. Like you're stepping on the gas pedal. Heel on the floor, base of the toes and toes on the blanket. Then step back with your left foot, Parsvottanasana. Yeah, not quite as far as you would for warrior, but give yourself some space. Okay, then wrap your left hip around to face front, so both hip points are facing forward. Make your back leg strong, and then make your front leg strong. Tone the muscles of your thigh, tone the muscle around your kneecap, press the base of your toes into the blanket. Take your hands on your hips. Good, slide your elbows back behind you, shoulders back. Lengthen up out of your pelvis, and then hinge from your hips forward. Keep pushing into the mat. Keep toning your right thigh and drawing your belly and your thigh towards each other. Good. Keep your elbows lifting. Keep pressing through the whole of both feet, staying super grounded. Now release your hands. You can go to the floor, you can go to the blanket, you can go to your blocks. Let your head release. Keep pushing into the blanket with the base of the toes. The toes can press down, but they don't want to grip.
right? They can be spreading out and gently pressing, but the more of the weight is in the base of the toes, the ball mounds of the toes, and then in the heel. Take one more breath to lengthen out of your pelvis, and then fold a little deeper. Good. Step up with your back foot. Come up to stand. Okay, switch sides. Left foot onto the blanket. Yeah, so let's talk. I know I didn't say this on the first side, but when I say four corners of the feet, just so we're clear what I'm talking about, the base of your big toe, base of your pinky toe, inner heel, outer heel, so it makes like a square, or rectangle really. And you want all four of those corners pressing down. So the top two, the base of the toes into the blanket, the heel into the floor, and then step the right foot back, do the same thing in your back foot. Ground yourself in what is and what keeps you steady even in a vulnerable world. Pivot your hips to face forward. Slide your elbows back behind you, lift through and expand through your collarbones. Good, then hinge. Keep firming the muscles of your front leg. Not so much that you're feeling pressure in the back of the knee. So the calf muscle pushes forward a little bit, but the quadricep tones around the knee. Pull your belly to your thigh and your thigh to your belly. Good. Take another breath and then release your hands. Let your head release towards your knee. Whatever your hands are touching, push your hands down. Ground yourself in your hands, in your feet. Connect to earth, to groundedness, to a wholeheartedness, even when the world around us feels wildly fluctuating, as mine does right now. Hopefully yours doesn't. Okay, step forward. Come on up. Okay, now we're going both feet up. Go as wide as you need to. So you could take a wider base if you need to for balance. If you want to go narrower, that'll be a deeper stretch for the legs. So if you don't feel wobbly and you're looking for that deeper stretch, you can go narrower with your feet. Okay, toes are spreading out, base of the toes pushing down, heels pushing down. And then exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forward. And then resist the urge to drop your weight back into your heels. Almost lean forward into your toes a little bit. Without lifting your heels, try to smush the blanket with your toes. Push down. Push your heels down. Lift your thigh muscles up. Kneecaps up. Lift your belly towards your spine. Round a little deeper. Feel your breath. Feel whatever's arising inside of you and just be here with it. All right, lengthen your spine. Come on all the way up. Step off your mat, blanket. I said it again. Okay, set it over to the side. Warrior one, right foot forward, left foot back, left heel down. Good, so have enough, the key thing is that we want the hips facing forward in this pose. So we're getting a good hip flexor stretch. So it may be that you need to step your feet a little wider from each other, and it may be that you need to play with the angle of the back foot a little bit to help that left hip wrap around to face front. Good, so both hips pointing forward. Now pull your right heel towards your right sit bone. Engage your hamstring muscles, squeeze your legs towards each other. Inhale your arms up to the sky. All right, now cough your ribs back, like for real, or just do it internally. Yeah. And then keep that, but curl your shoulders and your head back. Stay connected to what keeps you grounded and steady in your life, but open up to all that life has to offer. So we stay steady, we draw the ribs back, the belly back, the core stays strong, but the heart can lift and open. Okay, warrior three, you can keep your arms where they are. You can go hands on hips or anything in between. Shift your weight to your right foot. Lift up your left heel. Pause, level your hips. Then lift from your inner left thigh. Squeeze your left leg out strong. Squeeze your right leg out strong. Arms can be in whatever position feels comfortable for you. Get your legs long. Get your spine long. Stretch the lifted leg as straight as you can. Yeah, that's it, Ed. You got it. One more breath. Nice, Craig. That's it. Big step back. Warrior one, just land it. Breathe. And then release your arms. Step forward. Good. Second side. Left foot forward, right foot back. Play with the placement so that the right hip can face forward along with the left hip. Yes. Once you get that, pull your left heel toward your left sit bone to bend into the knee. So instead of it just being a collapse forward, there's an action happening there. You're pulling forward so you get a little deeper stretch in the hip flexor. Arms up. Cough your belly back. Connect to what is strong, steady inside of you, and then open your heart, knowing that whatever comes, whatever flows to you from the universe, you are strong enough to be with it, to hold it, to weather it. Warrior 3, shift your weight forward. You can go hands on hips again, spin up your back heel. Weight your left foot. Press down through the 4 corners, float up your right leg. Stretch both legs straight. Stretch your spine straight, maybe arms straight. Got it. You can go to the wall if you want. Yeah, you could do hands on block. You could do hands on. That's fine. Go higher and move them forward a little bit. Like go here, hang on, and take them up higher so that your spine can be a little longer. Yeah, like that, like that. Like yes, perfect. Keep your weight in your heel. Don't come on your toes. Okay, good. Step back. Sorry, guys. Warrior 1. Back to warrior 1. Arms up for a breath. Good. And then release your arms. Step forward. Okay. Now the fun really begins. Okay, everybody gets scared when I say that, right? Take your mat, blanket back here. Let me show you what we're going to do. So for the first one, hips are on the floor, feet are on the floor, arms are overhead. Okay, and then it's just, we're going to lift opposite arm and leg. So opposite arm and leg are going to lift off the floor. So we're just back and forth. I know this feels like it's very easy. It's going to get harder in a minute. What I want you to think about as you're doing this is that connection to midline, right? So squeeze your arms and legs towards each other. Almost even feel like you're squeezing your shoulder blades around the blanket underneath you. And then you're just lifting right leg and left arm, and then release it down, and then left leg and right arm reach up, and you're just going back and forth a couple of times. Maintain that midline connection. Maintain that connection of that coughing the ribs back feeling. So your back ribs are resisting back into the blanket underneath you. Okay, finish with your second side. All right, now scoot yourself back. Bring your whole body onto the blanket. Thank you. Head can be on the floor. And then same thing, you can do knees bent or legs straight. Lift right leg and left arm. And then left leg and right arm. And side to side a few times. Keep squeezing, scissoring arms and legs in towards each other. I know. I know. I know. Cough the ribs back. Find the midline. If you're really wobbling and falling off, you can make the roll a little smaller. Yeah, I know, we're all giggling. You got it. I think you got it right, Lois. You're just lifting opposite arm and leg. Spine is over the blanket. Your head is on the floor. Okay, rest for a minute. It's just lifting opposite arm and leg. Okay, rest for a minute. Rest your head. You can go arms out to the sides. Okay. Come back Wednesday. We'll make it harder on Wednesday. I'm not going to torture you guys. All right, roll to your side. Come on up. What's that? Wednesday we'll do the harder one. Come back Wednesday if you want to do harder things. Okay. Move the blanket this way now. I don't even remember which one we did yesterday, but we'll do harder ones on Wednesday. I'm trying to keep it, it's a Monday morning. It's a lot already, you guys, right? Come with your belly over the blanket now. So I have it right under my front ribs. And I'm in a Sphinx pose here. Yeah. Okay. Now make your legs, draw your legs towards each other. So you're going towards like a strong mermaid leg behind you. And then I want you to have the sense, not of pushing your belly into the blanket, but we're using it as a feedback mechanism. I want you to resist your belly away from the blanket. And then pull your shoulders back and resist your belly away. Pull your shoulders back, resist your belly away. So it's that same feeling of sort of coughing the ribs back. Take your left arm across, bend up your right knee, reach for your right foot. Hug your right heel towards your butt. Yeah. If you need to be lower, if this feels just excruciating, you can put your head on your arm your head on your left hand. You can also lay on your side and do it if it's hard to reach your foot. I think we've all got it. Good. Spin your inner right thigh up towards your inner heel. Hug your heel down. Keep resisting your front ribs back away from the blanket. Good. Now pull your shoulders back. Lift your head just for the last breath. Okay, release that foot down. Switch sides. So left arm comes across. No, right arm comes across. That's it. Reach left hand for left foot. Hug your heel towards your butt. Spin your inner thigh up towards your heel. Resist your front ribs away from the blanket. Push down into your right arm. Lift your head. Broaden your collarbones, shoulders back. Last breath. Okay, good. And then release your foot down. Okay. Now, scoop back a little bit more. Bend up both knees. Catch your feet. So the belly's going to push into the blanket a little bit. Kick your feet back behind you. I want you to see if you can still have that feeling of pulling your front ribs up and off the blanket. So you're still sort of coughing the ribs back a little bit. Yeah, that's it, Ed. Maybe scoop back a little more, Ed, so that it's a little higher on your chest, and see if that's more helpful. Yep. Take one more breath. Slightly. All right, let it go. Good, rest your head on your arms. Yeah, you could do a couple windshield wipers there. Okay, downward facing dog.
This is level 1.
Yes.
I'll go into it.
You will. You're doing great. You're doing everything. We do gentle.
Yep.
We do restorative, gentle, beginner, level 1.
Yep.
So it's like intermediate already. Yeah. It is. It's my level 1. Let's say that. Not sure everybody's level 1. All right. Step or hop forward. Uttanasana. And then come on all the way up. Reach up, stretch up. And let your arms release down. Okay, heels on the blanket. I know, it's not over yet, you guys. It's not over yet. All right, I know Annie always jokes around, like when other teachers say, get out a bunch of blankets, you're like, oh good, we're gonna relax. And when Rachel says get a bunch of blankets, everyone's like, oh God, what's gonna happen? Okay, feet wide. Feet as wide as you need them to be for support to your knees, right? So most important thing, we're gonna do a squat. I want your knees to be pointing straight ahead at the second toe. And I don't want there to be pain in the knees. So if you could go narrow and do it, go narrow and do it by all means. If stepping wider apart would help with balance or the knee situation, do that. Go hands on hips. Lengthen through your spine. Bend your knees, poke your hips back behind you. Smush the blanket with your heels. Smush it. Lean back. Good, then press back up. Then down, a little lower. That's it. Then press back up. Then down a little lower. If you need to go arms out in front because your hands are in the way, go arms out in front. Good, do one more and then sit into your deepest squat. And we're gonna just hold. Take elbows to inner knees. So if you can sit all the way down, sit all the way down. If your knees are happier being a little high up, that's fine. Higher up, you can be up high here. That's fine too. It's harder, but it's fine for knees to be happy. Squeeze the knees, the legs in. Find that midline connection. So squeeze your legs towards each other. Create a little resistance with your collarbones, widening out, lift and lengthen through your heart, through your spine. Keep squeezing your legs. Good. Exhale, hands down to the mat, straighten your legs, fold over. Should be a little bit of an easier Uttanasana here with the heels up. All right. You can step off your blanket and come on all the way up. Reach up and stretch up. Okay, step your feet a little closer. We're off the blanket for now. Feet parallel, close together. We're gonna do a little chair exercise. So we're gonna go to chair, knees back, hips back, knees bent. Bring your weight to your right foot. That's it. And now kick your left kick your left butt cheek with your left heel. Good, and then tap those toes down. And then kick your butt. And then tap down. And then kick your butt. And tap down. And do 2 more. Kick. Yeah. And tap. And straight back, not to the side. Try to go straight back and tap. Okay, straighten your legs, rest. That's a good hip stabilization exercise and a good hamstring warm-up for where we're going. Knees bent, hips back. Weight to your other foot. What foot? Left foot. Be on your right tiptoes. Right heel to right butt. Tap down. Right heel to right butt. Tap down. Couple more. Keep squeezing your legs towards each other. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Make that midline connection. Wholeheartedness. All the emotions. Pull them all together inside. Last one. Tap. Okay, good. And release. Okay, putting it all together. Heels to the blanket. Just watch me for a second. So we're going to work on Bakasana a little bit. Feet are together for this one, if possible. We squat. It's going to be a little easier to squat with the heels on the blanket. We're going to get the hands down to the mat, work on that hand placement. So ground into what keeps you steady, even if everything doesn't feel steady. And then we lean out with faith into the mystery. Maybe kick butt one foot, maybe kick butt both, or the other, and then maybe both want to lift. So you could do one, the other, or none. Squat low, knees wide. Hands to the mat, grip your fingers. Good. Squeeze your legs. Remember the Thigh Master, you guys? Suzanne Summers, Thigh Master. Remember her? We're all old enough to remember the Thigh Master, right? I think so. All right, squeeze, squeeze. Grip your fingers down, lean forward. Thigh Master, squeeze. That's it. Rock forward into your fingertips. Grip your fingers down, lift your head up, look forward. Knees to arms. Knees are on the arms. That's it. Knees are on the arms. Squeeze your arms with your legs. Then kick your butt, one foot. Yes, then kick your butt, other foot. Then maybe kick your butt, both feet. Yes, yes. Head up, Kim, head up, just so you don't fall on your head. That's it, now you'll get it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hamstrings, yes, nice, good. Yes, okay, rest, whoop. Good. Hopefully you fall on an elbow and not on a nose. Elbows are much more resilient than noses are. Okay, you can open up your blanket now. I know. We'll get there, you guys. Shavasana will happen. You know, and here's the thing, right? You could just lay down and do Shavasana whenever you want. You're all grown-ups. I'm just up here making suggestions. You know, if it's not in your wheelhouse for today, do something else. I'm good with that. Okay, so we did a lot of back body opening, not a ton of front body opening. I'm going to put this fan on for us, too. Okay, Ustrasana. Let's do this. Blocks. Everybody have a block? Share blocks. If you don't have a block, share with a neighbor. If you need a block, a neighbor will have a block. We're going to squeeze the block for camel. Yeah. Can you give Eugenia? Yeah, there. Everybody have a block? Squeeze the block. Good. All right, squeeze your block. Squeeze into what keeps you steady, what keeps you strong. Lengthen up. Peel your heart open. Cough your ribs back. Peel your heart open. Cough your ribs back. Peel your heart open. Cough your ribs back. Connect to what's strong inside of you. And then open up your heart. Reach for your feet. Let your heart just be open to whatever is, whatever's showing up, whatever feeling, whatever emotion. If you tuck your toes, it'll be a little easier, Phyllis. Your heels will be higher. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Inhale. Come on up. Try it this way.
I have a meniscal tear. Is that bad for my tear?
Do you feel? No.
I just feel tightness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so it's okay.
It should be fine. It should be fine. You can use the blocks. We're going to do one more, guys. If you want to take it a little deeper, you can untuck your toes. I mean, if you're feeling a lot of pain there, I would.
Nope.
Yeah, then it's fine. Squeeze in it because you're not going into too much flexion there. Okay, same thing. Squeeze your block. If you want to let go, if you want to set the block to the side, just pretend you've got the block there. That's fine. It can just be helpful. Same thing. Cough the ribs back. Pull the heart open. Cough the ribs back. Heart open. Ribs back. Heart open. Hands to feet when you can reach, or use blocks. That's it. Keep your neck nice and long. That's a lot. Good. Come up. Heart first, head last. Nice, you guys. Very good. Tabletop. Set your block to the side, pedal at your feet. Do another couple of circles here.
All right, and then we're going to go to the wall and we'll finish there. So come to the wall with your mat. So we're going to work on headstand and work on pressing up to headstand. If you are not a headstander, if headstanding is new to you, grab a couple of blocks. I'm going to show you how to work on it with blocks in a way that might feel more supportive. You don't need if you want a blanket for under your head, bring a blanket, yes. Smushing. Yeah, and we're going to have to be in pretty tight, you guys, so we have a spot. Craig, if you want to stay, because we're doing headstand, if you don't, we're just going to do headstand. I mean, if you want to come to the wall, of course, but I don't know that you need the wall. I'm not sure what you were doing. We're just doing like a headstand press, which you can do where you are, I think. Okay, so let me show you. Let me show you options. Can I use your mat, Phyllis, for a minute? Is that okay? Yes. Thank you so much. Okay, so few options here.
So if you're a headstander, and headstand is something you do.
Let's do this part together, actually. I had everybody do this yesterday, too. Let's all do this part. So standing up, lace your fingers together. Cup the back of your head with your hands. Good, now squeeze your elbows in so that your elbow is in line with your shoulder. Good. Use your hands to lengthen the back of your neck. And then imagine, so if the floor was here, right, if you're upside down, the floor would be here, push up into the floor. So push your elbows up, push your head up. And then at the same time, extend down into your feet. So this is headstand, just right side up. So when you're doing that upside down,
I want you to, the thought for today was the tuck in, the tuck up. So it's that coughing the ribs back action and squeezing in the legs. And maybe you're just doing one leg, maybe you're doing the other. Then if that's all going well, you can stretch up into the pose. And then the coming down is the harder part, but if you can, tuck, 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 tuck. I'm pushing into the floor, not so much weight on my head, tuck, 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 and then feet down.
Okay, now if that just looks like absolutely no way in hell, and I put headstand in the category of absolutely not for some people, because it's not, that pressure on the neck is not for everybody. Here's a way you can do it with support. So the blocks go here. My shoulders, all right, I have to bring them out a little bit. My shoulders are landing on the blocks. Can you guys see that? My hands are on the floor. My head is off. And then I can work this business here, right? Up, down, whatever. But no weight on the head. Shoulders are supported. If you have a shoulder thing, maybe just do legs up the wall. I'm going to come around. John and Lois, you guys know what you're doing, yeah? Try something. All right, ask questions. Call me over if you need me. Sorry, guys, the pollen is making my throat itchy. So if you're using the blocks are up high on the highest setting, and you're on tabletop. Yeah, you know what, Kath, we might have to have you scoot over a little bit, Kathy, so Fernanda gets a spot here. No, it's not. We all need a spot. It's okay. No. Scoot over. We can squeeze in. So if you're using the blocks, nope, hands are on the floor, shoulders are on the block. Yeah. So, Carol, shoulders on the block, hands on the floor. Shoulders on the block. That's it. You might have to adjust where they are. And then your hands are back. So Marie, Sarah, hands back, hands back. That's it. Now lift up like you're doing dog pose. So the weight will be on your shoulders. How's that, okay? Is that okay? Yeah, and then walk in. Yep, adjust, move them in if you need to. Yeah, Carol, I think they're too, wait, I think they're wide. Hang on. Bring them in closer. Bring your hands back here. Hands are back like here. But these are here, forward underneath your shoulders, like that. Now lift up like you're doing dog. Yeah, that's good, Marie. That's good. So, yeah, that's it, Ed. Bring your elbows in closer. Let your head really, walk your hands back towards your knees a lot. Yes, head is off the floor. Head is off the floor. Or maybe it's not because you're tall. Lift up like you're doing dog pose. So lift up like you're doing dog pose.
So if you're doing it this way, you can do it with your head off the floor and just your elbows on the floor. That's another way to do it.
Blocks don't feel
Not,
stable.
you're tall. They're not one size fits all, unfortunately. Take your hands back here
Yep.
more. Yes, and then take your shoulders down. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
You got it.
and then let your head release. Yeah, your head might come down. It's okay. Now lift up, move your knees back and lift up like you're doing dog. Yeah, how does that feel? Still not so stable? That's okay? Yeah, you know, they're not one size fits all. You're a tall dude. Yeah, all right, how'd that go? Yeah, good, Annie, that's it. The other thing you can do, I didn't say this. Yeah, that's it, Gina. That's it, nice. The other thing you can do is do, I don't know if I could show it here. Let's see if I can balance. Somebody catch me if I fall over, okay? No, I'm just kidding. The other thing you could do is like one leg up. So that shifts your weight back a little bit, and then work to tuck that knee in, you know? You can work here a little bit. So it's like one leg is already up into the pose. Yep, so Phyllis, your hands are on the floor for this, not behind your head, so this is a different hand position. Your hands are here.
Okay.
Nope, back, here, and shoulders. Head down, that's gonna be better. Then lift up. Yeah, now lift up like you're doing dog pose. There, that's better, yeah? There you go. All right. All right. There you go, 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 there you go. Good, you got it. Okay. All right, we're smushed together. Huh? All right, come back out. Sorry, I said we were going to finish here, but move back out so you have some space to spread out. We're going back to our spots, going back to our spots. Let's have some room for Shavasana. Well, it's, yeah, look, going upside down, like, fear is a helpful emotion in many ways, you know? Like, there, you know, right. But there's times to listen to that. Like, if you know, like my kids will come to me and be like, hey, Mom, you know, come do this thing with us. And I'm like, I love that you think I can do that, but no, I'm too old for that nonsense. You know what I mean? Like, no. All right, we're going to come on our back. So listen to it, you know, but if you can go in safely, stages with help. Yeah. All right, come on your backs, guys. Come on your backs. Hug your knees to your chest. Good. And then keep your right knee pulling in, extend your left leg out. Yep. Pull your right knee towards your chest or even towards your armpit a little bit. Left leg on the floor. Left leg on the floor. Yeah. Good. Reach through your left leg. Reach to your left foot. Pull the right knee in. Okay, we're going to take this to twist. So you're going to extend your right arm to the right. And you're going to draw your left knee across the body. No, your right knee across the body to the left. You have it right that way. You got it. Since my husband is not working, he actually came to yoga last week, and I was like, oh, what's your feedback for me? And he's like, you know, you mess up the rights and lefts a lot. I was like, oh, yeah, just get used to that, because that's just going to happen. Go arm to the side a little more. Yeah, there you go. Just out to the side, so that then now you can let the hip lift up a little bit and get more of the twist in here. Yeah, hold the knee. Hold your knee, not your ankle. Like, hold here. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. And then let the hip come up a little more. Yeah, so that you get a little more twist into here. Okay, bring that knee back up. Switch sides. Pull your left knee in, extend your right leg. Yeah. Really press out through the right leg, pull the left knee in, and then take the twist to the other side. So left arm over to the left. Left knee over to the right. Can I push here a little bit? Is that okay? Is that okay? That's it. Try to keep your left shoulder heavy. You can let your left knee get heavy. It probably will not come to the floor, but maybe a little closer. All right, both knees up, hug your knees to your chest. Good. And then extend your legs out for Shavasana. Let your arms come by your sides, turn your palms to the sky.
Let the pinky toes drop to the floor. Soften backs of your ankles, the backs of your knees, your calves, your thighs, your hips and pelvis. Relax your belly. And have the passive sense of the ribs coughing back towards the back of the body, just releasing, softening downwards. Let your shoulders feel heavy. Your head feel heavy. The skin on your face soften. And then dive into your whole heart. Dive into what is showing up for you. Dive into whatever feeling, emotion, sensation you are having in this very moment. Instead of turning away from it or numbing it or denying it, just be there with it. Hold space for what needs to arise to arise. And know that as you let go into that, you are held by the one that holds you and holds everything. Gently now, let your breath deepen. Your awareness rise back to the surface. Bend your knees. Roll to your side and rest on your side for a few breaths. And as you feel ready, bring yourself back to seated. Brene Brown writes, to live wholehearted means to embrace vulnerability, to recognize you are imperfect, wired for struggle, yet still worthy of love and belonging. Yoga, we practice teetering on that edge. We balance on one foot or our hands or on our heads. We fall over sometimes, but we do it together. We do it with acceptance of where we find ourselves. We try, vulnerability is about putting ourselves out there when there's no guarantees, and our yoga mat is literally the way that we practice doing that, being that way in the world. So, may you continue to feel strong and open-hearted and wholehearted. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, and let's send each other off with a blessing for ourselves, for each other, for peace. Deep breath in for Om. Namaste.